Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. So today I want to make a video to talk about the new 2025, possibly 2026 Ram TRX replacement, which is going to be called RHO. If you're not familiar with this truck, this is Ford's competitor in the off-road truck segment. And for the new model year and the new generation Ram truck, they've actually replaced the Hellcat with a new twin turbo inline 6-cylinder called the Hurricane engine. And this engine is actually really capable, and all indications show it's going to be a pretty high performance 6-cylinder, but it's still going to come up shy of, it looks like, around 150 to 200 horsepower less than the Hellcat. So if we look at what the original TRX, or I call it like the Hellcat engine, if we look at the specs on this engine back in the day, it was 702 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. So the replacement for the TRX, which used the old 6.2 liter supercharged V8, is going to be a new engine, the Hurricane, the RHO. And this is a high output engine, and it's actually going to be very capable, and it's supposed to make a lot of power, a little more fuel economy. You're not going to get that Hellcat rumble. You're not going to get the Hellcat supercharged whine, unfortunately. But the specs and everything look pretty decent on it. All indications show this is going to be around 540 horsepower. So if we compare that to what the original TRX was, it was 702 horsepower. So it's going to be quite a bit less power than the old Hellcat TRX. Point of today's video is, if you haven't built one of these trucks yet and seen Ram's new pricing, prices went up substantially for the new 2025 Ram, to the point of I don't even know where the new TRX Ram, the RHO replacement, will fall in pricing. So what I'm going to do today is I want to walk you through a Rebel, which a Rebel trim platform is a lower trim platform than the TRX RHO, but it can kind of give you an idea of the pricing. And I also want to show you where the pricing was originally when the TRX came out in 2021 and where it's at today if you were to find a 2024 TRX at MSRP. It's a big difference. And then ask yourself, does this make sense when you think about the pricing with the new Raptors that are coming out right now, whether it's even just a high output V6, because Ford is going to have a competitive option, which is the 450 horsepower base Raptor. All right, so let's look at the Rebel. So I have Ram's website, and I'm going to include a link to this so you can go and check it out on Ram's website, and you can build one for yourself. But let's first start with a Rebel, which is the closest version of an off-road-ish package Ram. This truck here is a 1500 with the 5'7" box crew cab. This would be the exact same cab configuration as what you would see on a TRX RHO. And in this, I'm going to compare a 24 TRX versus this Rebel, and we're also going to compare this to a new Raptor and a Raptor R. So you can kind of see the pricing and see if there's anything that stands out as kind of doesn't make sense to you. So if we see the new Ram Rebel, I selected the billet silver. I didn't really select a lot of options other than a multi-function tailgate. I went to the leather interior, because you're probably going to get a leather interior in a TRX, which then I went to and included the trailer brake controller, the advanced safety group, which most of the TRX has. Most of them have the bed utility group. Most of them also are going to get you the level 2 equipment. If you go through the website, you can get more information on this. I also included the technology package, which gives you the heads-up display, which the TRX would have, as well as the tow technology group and the trailer tow group. You get down here, and this is the standard output Hurricane. This is only 420 horsepower, so keep this in mind. The RHO is going to be at least 120 horsepower more than this. But the point of this whole thing is, we get to the very bottom of this, and we'll select the bigger fuel tank because we know it's going to have the bigger fuel tank. We're at the end of this thing, and we're in a Rebel, and it's $79,000. $79,000 for a Rebel, not even a TRX. All right, so now, do you know what the original starting price was for a 2021 TRX? $72,000 with a supercharged V8. That exact same truck today, if you wanted to get it, $98,800. This is starting price. I have selected literally no options, and you're at $98,000 for the old body style TRX. This isn't the refresh truck. This truck is already You can't build one of these trucks even if you want to. So I'm just gonna go through these options real quickly, just kind of compare some of the options just for comparison's sake. Okay, we'll include the bead locks. Okay, so it's $1,900 there, and we'll include the running boards. Okay, apples to apples comparison. This didn't even come with vinyl buckets. Okay, this is gonna go to, we're gonna do a level 2 package. Okay, so level 2 package interior. We'll do, is there any other options here? Advanced safety, yep. And we'll do bed utility group. I'm not even going to include the carbon fiber interior. I'm just going to go trailer tow package group. This has got the 6.2 liter supercharged engine with 700 horse. Here we are at the end, $115,300. And there's still another $5,000 worth of options I could select. So when you see the price differences from 2021 to 2024, the TRX went up a lot. No surprise, every single vehicle made, pricing went up. But why it's unique now is because the Raptor was just refreshed for 2024 model year, and the Ram was also refreshed. It's a whole new truck. Ram hasn't released the new TRX replacement. But if you look at where the pricing's at with the current TRX, then we look at where the pricing's at on just a Rebel. Now let's compare this to the 2024 Raptor. So I also started this build screen with a 2024 Raptor with the carbonized gray metallic. I haven't included the Supercharged V8. We're just gonna talk at the first part to the V6 twin turbo, because this will be a bit of a comparison to the RHO motor coming out. Now, if we go to, let's include the 37 package. Let's just bump it to a 37 package, which gets you 37-inch wheels, a little bit beefier shock, and a little bit other upgrades to kind of make it a little more capable off-road. It's coming with beadlock rims. It's got tailgate steps, so it's got some functionality in the tailgate just like the RHO. And then I'm gonna include, let's see if I'll include any other options. All these other options are over and above what you would get. Now, even with this, you're getting a 2,000 watt generator, which you don't get on the TRX, and I don't believe you get that on the standard Rebel. We're gonna get down to the very bottom here. Just select this. We're at $92,000. So if you could buy a 2024 Raptor 37 package with no additional options, you're at $92,000. If you wanted a TRX 2024, you're at $115,000. And if you just wanted a Rebel, not even lifted up hardly, not even really much more off-road capability than a standard Ram, you're at $79,000. $79,000. I share this with you because I can't understand the value proposition from a pricing. I don't know what Ram is going to price this new RHO at. We know it's less horsepower than the original TRX Supercharged V8, but we also know the new Ram that's coming out, the prices went up across the board drastically. And I'll give a whole secondary video comparing the Ram 1500 versus GM versus Chevrolet versus Toyota and Ford, and looking at kind of comparable pricing. Ram is going to be class leading most expensive truck in the half-ton truck segment for 2024. I've already built the trucks. They are super expensive. Where the heck is the pricing going to be on this TRX? If this is following the same pricing of the current TRX, you're literally going to have a $115,000, 35-inch, 500 horsepower, 6-cylinder turbo off-road truck. Why wouldn't you save $20,000 at that point and get a Raptor R? Sorry. Why wouldn't you save $20,000 at that point and get a Raptor on 37s? I just can't wrap my mind around this. So my question is, does it even make sense to come out with the RHO unless they are going to do something to sabotage one of their other trim platforms like the Rebel? I mean, why would you even select? I just can't understand why anybody would go with a Ram RHO over a Raptor. So I'll add another perspective to this. Let's just do the base 801. We're not even gonna do a 35 package truck at this point. This is just a standard Raptor with a standard 3.5 liter high output, 450 horse, 510 foot-pounds of torque. It's gonna have a lot. It's got the tailgate step. It's got the multi-functionality there. It's gonna have heated, cooled leather seats. It's gonna have all the same options inside. Let's see where the price falls on this thing. $80,000. So for $80,000 MSRP, you could have a Raptor, or for $79,390, you can have a Ram Rebel. Not making sense to me. I don't understand how anybody's gonna buy one of these trucks at this current pricing. So my question is, does it even make sense to bring out a TRX replacement with the RHO if it's gonna be $20,000 more than the Raptor? I mean, at this current pricing, if it's gonna be $115,000, do you know what you can get for $115,000? For $112,000, you can get a Raptor R MSRP. And this is 37 package. This is loaded out. Now, granted, getting a Raptor R at MSRP is pretty much gonna be impossible. I mean, fair enough. You're probably gonna be 20 to 50,000 over MSRP. But even if it was 20 grand over MSRP, I would much rather pay $133,000 for a Raptor R with a supercharged V8 and 720 horsepower versus an inline 6-cylinder TRX on 35-inch tires, on 2.5-inch shocks, not 3.1-inch shocks, for $15,000 less. I don't get it, guys. And I'm not sure where Ram is pricing their truck into the market. Maybe they've got a surprise for us, and maybe this new RHO is gonna be some sort of crazy hybrid, and it's gonna end up being 750 horsepower with electric motors assisting. But if it's a traditional internal combustion engine, the pricing just doesn't make sense. Anyhow, I hope this video is helpful for you. If you're on the fence looking at the new TRX RHO or Raptor, I think it's almost gonna be an easy decision in 2024. At least for me, when I look at the value of my money, I'm going Raptor all day long just for the value standpoint. And to be fair, where it's gonna get real interesting, what I think is the best value Raptor, actually, believe it or not, is a Raptor R, because it's not that much more money MSRP-wise than a 37 package Raptor. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, feel free to leave a comment down below.